So I'm out on my favourite cliff walk again, the 3.5 mile hike up and down Dover Cliffs, or the White Cliffs of Dover. It must be penance for not being out here for at least a week, because I left my tripod and camera in the car, so I had to run back down and then back up the 45 steps to get up to the top edge of the cliff. So I'm absolutely exhausted, but it's probably good for me in the long run. Hi, this is Everyday Prepper. Welcome to the channel. I seem to have forgotten that I told myself never to come out on a Sunday because it's busy with people, but today being Sunday was the only time I really had, so I thought, oh, I'll come out in the evening. So it's now 7 o'clock. It's a really lovely day. Unfortunately, everyone and their bloody uncle is out, so I'm not going to get any privacy. I've got a dog trying to come over here and chase me. Some poor bloke's trying to call his dog back. But anyway, I brought a tarp, and I figured that no one's going to be out here at night on the cliffs, surely. The only idiot who's going to be out there at that sort of time will be me. So I'm hoping in about an hour's time, when the sun drops behind the cliffs, that it'll be a bit too dark for anyone to be out. And then I'm going to set up a tarp. I'm going to practice putting a tarp up. I've never really done it. I've got my walking poles on my backpack, and I've got some guy ropes and some pegs, and I'm going to have a little play. And I'm going to set up a tarp, and I'm going to, or a shelter, and then brew myself a little black coffee, and then head back, maybe in the dark. I've got lighting with me, so it should all be good. But I just needed to get away, and so I'm hoping the people will disperse sooner rather than later. Not too discreet, but it's keeping the wind out. Hopefully I'm going to brew up a coffee in a sec. A lot of people still around. Yeah, it sticks out like a sore thumb from here. It sticks out above the cliff edge, but the camouflage is good. In the direction of the wind, I've literally got 2 poles, guy ropes, and then 1 point down the end here, just to give a nice sharp profile against the wind. And I think I've even picked it out unevenly, but it doesn't really matter. It stops the wind, so hopefully we can cook up a brew. It's actually getting a little bit chilly now. I've got a coat with me, but I'm sitting on that, so right, let's get some brew going. I've got my new gas stove. My new stove, which is tiny, absolutely tiny. The other one was about this size, so it's great. That's it. You can't grip the nail very well because there's all the other stuff in the way. That's okay. Right. Do want to set a fire. There we go. help it if it's level. Quite precarious, so I wouldn't want to walk away from that. But it's doing the job. Hopefully. Certainly keeping the wind off. It's quite warm under here. All I need now is a proper A-frame and a bivy bag. Oh, I reckon it gets pretty cold up here though, it's quite exposed. Almost there. Yeah, you guys are right. A tarp and a bivy bag is the way to go in the summer. It's so much lighter. Cover myself in deep and then bed down, maybe in a hedge. Almost there. Got this new watch, by the way. These are normally 85 quid on Amazon, and I got it through Timu. As soon as I said I'd ordered something off Timu, my wife said, "No, what are you doing?" But I didn't download the app because apparently it's got loads of malware on it. But slightly defective on the second hand. It doesn't print up the single digits properly. But it's okay, I can live without that. So I went to return it because I haven't got any more, and they said we'll give you a partial we can return it or you can get a partial refund. So it cost me 34 quid, 35 quid, and they gave me 7 quid back, but I didn't have to return it. So I got it for like 28 quid. It's an 85 quid watch, and I got it because it shows temperature. It's got a barometer on it, shows the air pressure, shows your height, and it's got a compass on it as well. So a few good little things. I thought, good little prepping watch. And it's got a nice big dial on it, so it looks like a military style watch, you know. Right, that's all boiled up. Well, that boiled really quickly. I was surprised. Now, I didn't bring any kind of cleaning equipment, although I've got some water to rinse things out. Right, we'll let that cool down. 8. It's going to be sundown in about half an hour or so. Still loads of people walking around. All having a good nose in my shelter. Mind you, it is in a pretty prominent place, but who cares? Now the great thing about this is with the temperature dropping slightly, this shelter is really keeping me quite warm actually, but it's nothing like having a warm brew. I've always avoided it being out and about. I've always just thought bring some water with you and that's all you need. But I see a lot of trekking videos of people hiking out in the woods and stuff, you know, even on a hot day, and cooking up a cup of tea or something. I see why now. It's really nice. Good old warmer upper. So I'm not going to bother talking about what's going on in the world because there's stuff happening daily now, daily, weekly. You know, even if you go back over the last 7 days, things are escalating like you wouldn't believe. So it's hard to keep up really now. So all you got to do is just keep prepping, keep doing the basics, keep stocking up on your food, keep rotating it. If you're doing what I'm doing with tins, keep rotating them. Go out on hikes, get out and about if you can, and use your old tins up. I didn't bring any food with me today. I didn't think I'd be out too long, but this is nice. Interesting hiking back down the cliffs when the sun's down. I don't think it gets too dark, although there's no lighting up here. My spot, the little copse of woodland in the middle of the field that I wanted to go to, just down, which I filmed a while back. I wanted to go and wild camp in there. The field looks fairly active. They've got lots of what do you call it? Hay bales, or bales of something, bales of some sort of crop, all in the field and all around the copse of woodland. So I'm not gonna go there. But I'm looking into North Downs Way now to do some hiking, because you can choose a part of the route, and it's 144 miles to choose from apparently, and it's fairly near me. Canterbury, Folkestone, North Kent, Ashford, all of that, so that should be good. So I'll pick a day when I can get some time off, and then I'll probably hike in, you know, I don't know, 5 to 10 miles, camp overnight, and then hike back, and then come home. That's the plan. Trouble is, I've loaded up my rucksack, which I think, with all the gear I'd need, pretty much all the gear I'd need. It's really heavy, it's about 20 kilos, and that's because of the new tent. So I really like the new tent though, but I think I might have to go down the route of a bivvy bag and a tarp, especially if the weather's decent, and an inflatable mat. I suppose that'll be the way to go. We shall see. But I like being outdoors now. It's good. It's good to get outdoors a lot. Clears the head. You know, when you're stuck in day in, day out, either working or when you're indoors, you know, you're looking at the news all the time for intel or information on what to prep for, where you might need to change your prepping. It can get depressing, to say the least. So this is a good head clearer really, which is why I didn't really want to talk too much about stuff going on, you know, in the news. You know what's going on, you can see it all happening. I'll say one thing though, we always get at least twice a day we get a 400 Airbus, what do you call it, Hercules plane coming over, literally flying over the channel, and it flies very near to where I am, very low, and usually about twice a day. Lately it's been on the increase, and quite a lot of them haven't been on flight radar, But the ones that have been either, if it's normally it's Belgian, UK, or RAF or US Air Force. But lately we've had Turkish and then Greek. Now they hate each other, but they're flying out. The Turkish Air Force and the Greek Air Force are flying these things across my town, probably out to Cyprus, where they're having a bit of a conflab apparently over territory now. That'll be funny because Cyprus is the main base for all the Middle East stuff that's kicking off. So they need to sort their shit out and not cause any more problems over there. Anyway, that's all I'll say about current affairs today. Sun's going down now, so I need to drink up, pack up, get back to the car, and I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. Stay prepared.